And we're back. Happy
Hello.
Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy last day of November.
Happy Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, last day of November. Like what? What?
Last day of
Big day.
November.
Mm-hmm.
It is a big day.
Big day.
It's a big day. It's December tomorrow, and that feels
tomorrow.
It just feels really weird. This year went by in slow-mo and fast forward.
Yep. Yes, both. Like it feels like March was like 4 years ago, but also yesterday.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Anywho, we got some good things to talk about today.
Yes.
So if you don't know, I have a podcast called The Business of Becoming. It is available on any podcast streaming app, specifically iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, whatever the Google Play turned into. I don't know. I don't think Google Play is a thing anymore, but
I don't know. I don't know that.
Get it on the Android. Anywho, today we released episode 199 and episode 200.
Wow, 200.
Yeah, it's a big day.
That's a really big day.
Episodes. I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it feels like, I'm having all of these final endings, like 200 episodes, 10 years online, like I'm turning 40, like in 2021, like I'm having all of these like big milestones. And it's an interesting feeling, but I'm going to take a break from releasing new podcast episodes in December because I need a break. And that's the good thing about running your own business is you can actually take a break when you need one. And so we decided to finish on a high note and, oh my gosh, publish. My words just stopped. Publish.
Yep.
2 episodes today. So episode 199 and episode 200 are released on the podcast today, and they are all about annual planning. So what I did was I created a 2-part workshop, so to speak, with a downloadable workbook that I highly recommend that you get. And you can go through your own annual planning process, very similar to the one that we go through in the Wellness Business Hub company.
Cool.
So I did that because how do you expect to get to where you want to go if you don't have a plan? And I know what planning did for us.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Crazy. So just to give you some context and talk about alignment and big dreams and where you put your energy and your focus, April, we passed April 2020 already, right? Like that just happened, right?
That just happened.
Sometimes years confuse me. So April 2019 is when we made the decision to like go full tilt. Yes? Was it April or May?
I think it was April.
It was like end of April.
I'm pretty sure it was like
May.
Yes.
And since then, we've 5x'd our growth. 5x'd. In a year, so May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Like
year and a half-ish?
6, 7, 8. Yeah, a year and a half. A year and a half. Almost, a year and a half. Yeah, because, a year and a half. We've 5x'd our growth, which is crazy. And it's because we had a plan in place that we wanted to get to. And it's funny because we thought we could do it in a year.
Oh, yeah.
But we couldn't. And that's okay. That's okay. It'll actually take us 2 years to get to where we want to be. So imagine this, that you put a plan in place today that will come to fruition in 2 years from now. Are you willing to stay focused for 2 years to have the plan that you put in place today come to fruition? Right? Like, and that's how I want you to think. So when we talk about alignment and like big dreams,
Yeah.
you know, we had to make sure that everything that we did in the business and within our own mindsets was aligned with growth, was aligned
Yes.
with up leveling, was aligned with risk and
Yep.
investment and mentorship and accountability and support, because that would be the only way that we will be able to hit this goal.
Yep.
Which we might actually hit next month. We'll see. We're planning for it, but you know, we can't actually control the outcome.
No.
So we just make the plans and do the actions that are in alignment with moving us forward so that we will hit the goal, and we've removed sort of that timeline of, well, I have to hit the goal by such and such a date. Like, what if we don't? What are we going to just give up?
Right? No. Nope.
We're not going to give up. It's just, you know, it's like that saying where like you make plans and then God laughs.
Yep.
Right? So
yes.
The question really is, you know, when we say, oh, it needs to be aligned, like I need to feel aligned.
Yes.
I used to have somebody that worked for me, and she's lovely, and she would say, if you're aligned with this decision, and she would say it all the time, and it was amazing because you can feel in your body when you're aligned.
Yes. Now, oh my gosh.
You might be securely aligned towards fear, scarcity, and overwhelm.
Yes. Ooh, that's good.
You might be securely aligned with those outcomes. And that actually feels right in your body. Yeah. You might be super comfortable being aligned, securely aligned to fear, self-doubt, lack of assuredness, low self-confidence, low self-worth, and you are used to those feelings, and so they feel comfortable to you, and so you are aligned with those feelings, but you want success.
Yeah. Oh.
Right? And we see this all the time, and that shows up in these words. How will I know this will work? Am I capable? How can, you know, what if this doesn't work for me? I don't want to feel salesy. I don't want to feel pushy. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want people to think I'm any which way. I'm not professional enough. Now's not the right time. This is too much of an investment. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. What if I can't make it work? That is securely aligned with fear and self-doubt, and you are comfortable in those feelings.
Yep.
So much so that getting out of those feelings feels wildly uncomfortable. Putting yourself out there feels wildly uncomfortable because you are securely aligned in this sort of pigeonhole of fear and lack of assuredness.
Yep. And that's an interesting place to be, because at that place, your mind plays tricks on you, right? And you feel like you're making the right decisions when the decisions you're making are rooted in the fear and that alignment. So you make the decision and it feels relieving. You're like, this feels like the right decision. Waiting feels like the right decision. Yes. Not doing X feels like the right decision. But that's because it's in alignment with fear and lack of forward momentum.
Right.
It's really interesting.
And that's why you get that tension in your body.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. You get tension in your body because the decisions you're making are rooted in your alignment with fear and lack of self-belief. But that purpose feeling in the pit of your stomach, that like little whisper of like, what if it works? Like, what if you do this and it's like, it's a go? That is what creates the tension in your body. And that is what makes you feel really yeah, it's uncomfortable in your body because it's
Super
like
uncomfortable.
you're split down the middle where like your thoughts and your behaviors are demonstrating that you're coming from a place of fear and lack of assuredness.
Yes.
But your heart and your soul are given to you by whatever you believe in. And the universe just wants you to win.
Yes. Yep. You are wired to win. My favorite saying of all time. You're wired to win.
The universe just wants you to win. But, you know, in order to, and I don't use this word like in a woo-woo sense, I really mean in order to manifest the tangible outcomes of success.
Yes.
Your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors have to be aligned with the actions that will make that objective come to fruition.
Yep. 100%.
And so it's really interesting when, you know, Melissa says, oh my God, freaking out. You are so right. Trying to stay comfortable, not planning my webinar campaign. Yeah. So like, why can't plan? Okay. This is the question why can't planning be comfortable? Why does putting yourself out there have to be uncomfortable? Why does dreaming big have to make you afraid? Why? Because we are coded to play small. Think of what's happening in the world right now. We are coded to be sheep.
Yes.
We're not coded to be purple ducks. We're coded to be yellow ducks. Right? And so when you want irregular success, when you want the kind of life that affords you control over your time and your finances, which is not the norm, you have to make a decision to stop thinking like the norm. And align your thoughts and behaviors and literally trick your mind into saying, this is fun.
Yes.
New is exciting. New is not scary.
Yeah.
Right? The challenge, the struggle is amazing. It's incredible because it's growth. Right? You literally have to trick your mind and align yourself with the thought process that will deliver you the success that you want, right? Like Laura and I all the time, we're here for it. Like literally like
every day.
We're here for it.
Every day.
Oh, our ads get shut off? Yep.
Let's go.
We're here for it. Let's go. Thank you.
We asked for this.
Thank you.
We asked for this.
We asked for this.
Every day.
When you want to be wildly successful, you have to think wildly different. Right? And so, you know, and it's funny because so lots of people will listen to this and 1% of you is actually going to do the annual planning.
Yep.
I know that most of you aren't going to do it. And then you're going to be like, well, this doesn't work. And I'm like, no, with respect, you just didn't do the work.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And success leaves clues. That's the thing. It's like success leaves clues. And so if you look at the people who are successful, who are genuinely fulfilled, and it's not just about the money, but they have the kind of business and the kind of life and the kind of wealth and the kind of mindset, the kind of habits that you aspire to have. What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they looking at challenges and growth as setbacks or frustration or a sign that like maybe this isn't right for me? Or are they looking at it as, wow, this is an incredible growth opportunity. Thank you for the challenge.
I think that's so important when you can reframe like what you're doing as we're talking this out, you're reframing failure and success as growth. And I think when you can do that, like it's so deeply ingrained in us to protect ourselves from failure and from disappointment. Like your brain, like your ego is literally wired to do that, right? And so it's really hard to overcome that and to actually do something when there's a threat of losing status and failing and not achieving. But when you can reframe it where the win is the growth, like it's all a win. There's no fail. The only fail is when you don't do it.
Yeah.
Then it's a lot easier to be uncomfortable and do it anyway.
Yeah. And I think, you know, we'll go back to the beginning. It's like, are you securely aligned in fear? Mm-hmm. And whatever that looks like. I mean, really, with respect, what is your self-talk like?
Yeah.
You know, what is your self-talk like? And what are and you know, what are your behaviors like? Is your self-talk, are your self-talk and your behaviors matching up with what you say you want? Is it all in alignment? That's really what this means when it's like, you know, I feel out of alignment. Well, why? Why do you feel out of alignment? Because you say you want something, but your thinking and your doing are not on the road.
Yeah.
Delivering you what it is that you say that you want. Words are cheap, right? It's like the other saying, it's like, your actions speak so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Show, don't tell. Like, it's these types of phrases that matter so much. So it's like, you know, I can say whatever I want, but it's my thinking and my actions that yield the outcome. So if your actions are rooted in fear, the self-talk is very self-deprecating and negative and scarcity based, and the behaviors are with excuses and staying comfortable, staying small, and yet you want this type of life, you're going to feel that tension in your body. Mm-hmm. And quite honestly, I think that that's what burnout is.
Ooh.
Like, burnout.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
You know, like if we talk on an energetic level, like I think that that's what burnout is when there's such a discrepancy in the body that it just becomes exhausted.
Yes.
Because you think you're working so hard.
Yes.
But you're not getting anywhere. And it's like the ego and like the soul are like fighting against each other. And then they just like burn out your adrenals.
Yeah. I think you're right. That's why the people who are like wildly successful can work and work and work and work and work and not burn out.
Yeah.
Like,
because they're in alignment. They're in alignment. Their purpose, their actions, their mindset, everything is in the flow. And when they're not in the flow, when something comes along, they have strategies and rituals to cope.
Yep.
That's resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's resilient. Like, we have strategies and make decisions that propel our success and propel our alignment.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
I had to reframe this weekend. My primer ad came out, and I was freaking out that my story was being told. Then I realized I had to do that in order to help others. Yes, it's a very vulnerable moment that I had to embrace. Yes, exactly. It is a vulnerable moment. And I'm not saying that you're not entitled to have feelings.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is be mindful of what the feelings are. Right? Because if the feelings are, oh, my ad came out and nobody's going to want to pay attention to me and nobody's going to want to work with me, and why am I even doing this? And is this any good? And does this suck? Versus, I'm really proud of myself. I feel exposed. And I know that my story is going to help a lot of women, men, whoever, kids, whoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you know that? Because you believe in yourself. Because you
self-talk.
Because you have to before there's even any ounce of evidence that what you're doing is going to make manifest. You have to.
Yep.
And that's alignment. That's alignment. And when you come from that place, that it feels easier to take risks.
Yes.
It feels easier to dream big.
Yes.
It feels easier to invest.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, we see it and it's like, this sucks. This isn't working. Okay.
You're wired to win. If you don't believe it's going to work, it won't work. If you believe you can't, you won't.
Yeah. Right. And so I just, as I drop these 2 episodes, I know that there's going to be a very small percentage of you that actually allocate the time to do this and to sit down and to plan. And those of you that do, I mean it. Send me a DM on Instagram. I want to talk to you. Like, I want to have, those are the people that I want to talk to. I'm not interested in like, oh, I didn't have time and so-and-so's busy and, you know, I had to mow my lawn or shovel the snow and, you know, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Right? I'll get to it. It's never going to happen. So when you prioritize and when your thoughts and your behaviors align with what you say you want, then you will hit the goal. Maybe it'll take 3 months longer than you thought. Maybe it'll take a whole year longer. But the point is that you are now thinking and behaving your way to success. And that's what we want. Yeah. Those are the people we want to work with. Those are the people that light us up, where we're like, they show up and they ask the questions and they're like, okay, I'm going to go try. I'm going to do it again. You know, okay, great. Have some feedback, please. I want to improve. Not, this didn't work and it sucks. What should I do? Nope. I tried it. These were my results. How can I improve? 2 very different ways of asking for help.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
2 very different ways of asking for help. This sucks. This didn't work. I suck. What should I do? How could, you know, what should I do? Versus I did this. This was the outcome. Here's ways that I think I can improve. What do you think?
Yeah.
Watch how you talk. Pay attention to what you think, because it matters. We see it all the time. Right? We see it all the time. And so I'm even constantly reframing myself. I'm constantly reframing my children.
All the time. All the time.
Because
all the time.
The universe wants you to win. And so it's just a matter of figuring out the best possible way to do that.
Yep.
What if it's not hard? Like, why does it have to be hard? Why do you have to suck? Just because you're doing something new automatically means you're going to suck? That's your decision. Nobody put that. You know, nobody said that.
Nope.
So honestly, if you go and you do the podcast worksheet and you do the annual planning, it's a 2-part, because the first things are to prep and then I walk you through the annual planning process. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at Lori Kennedy Inc. Send me a screenshot and like, let's chat about it. I want to hear about your big dreams. I want to know what's in store for you in 2021. Align yourself with growth, not fear. Cool.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. That was
Happy Monday.
If there ever was one. That just came out of me. Also, tomorrow we have a special guest on the L&L morning show. So that's exciting. I'm going to leave that as a surprise, but that's exciting. Yes. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.